Hello, boys and girls. Today I am going to be reading a story on the one side, and on the other side, we're going to be doing our words that you get timed with. Okay? So we've got a story and then the words. The story is called FEMA, Helping the Community. It's kind of a short story, so I'm going to read it 2 times. The first time we're just going to read it all the way through. The second time we're going to do something else with it, okay? So the first one, just a reading. FEMA, helping the community. A hurricane floods a city. You should be following along with your finger so you can see these words. Some people have lost their homes. Other citizens need help too. What will they do? When there is a disaster, cities and states can ask FEMA for help. FEMA stands for the Federal Emergency Management Agency. They take the first letter of each one of those words and make the word FEMA. It is part of the U.S. government. What does U.S. stand for? United States government. The FEMA logo is a bald eagle, which is a symbol of the United States. COVID-19 was a big problem in the United States. Many people got sick, but FEMA stepped in to help. The agency sent medical gear to the healthcare workers. Boxes filled with masks, gloves, and other supplies arrived at hospitals. FEMA also set up special places to care for the sick. FEMA shows that the government cares about its people. The people who work for FEMA also have strength of character. They help wherever they are needed in the communities across the country. Okay, so we read what FEMA was and how they help in communities. This time I'm going to read through and I'm going to have you circle a few words. These are our vocabulary words this week. Okay, so let's follow along again, only this time you have a pencil because you're going to be doing some circling. Okay, point your pencil at the first word, FEMA, helping the community. That is the title. A hurricane floods a city. Some people have lost their homes. Other citizens need help too. Do you see how citizens is kind of funny? It looks a little funnier than the other words. I want you to circle that word. That is one of our vocabulary words, citizens. What will they do? When there is a disaster, cities and states ask FEMA for help. FEMA stands for the Federal Emergency Management Agency. It is part of the U.S. government. The FEMA logo is a bald eagle, which is a symbol of the United States. Do you see what word I'm going to have you circle? Symbol, because it is in that funny lettering. COVID-19 was a big problem in the United States. Many people got sick, but FEMA stepped in to help. The agency sent medical gear to healthcare workers. Do you see the word? Gear. You need to circle it. Okay. Boxes filled with masks, gloves, and other supplies arrived at hospitals. FEMA also set up special places to care for the sick. FEMA shows that the government cares about its people. The people who work for FEMA also have strength of character. Do you see the word? Strength. Circle. They help wherever they are needed in communities across the country. Okay. Now, I had you circle those words because I have some definitions down at the bottom that I want you to read the definition and figure out which one of those words that you just circled means that. So you have to read the definition and then write the word before it. So citizens, symbol, gear, strength. All of those are those vocabulary words that you circled. Those are the ones you're going to write on the lines and tell me what they mean. Now flip it over and we'll read through those words. So I'm going to do it a little different this time. I'm going to read them the first time as you follow along. The next time I read through, I'm going to read them, but I'm going to give you a second to say the word in your head before I actually read it so that you get to know what these words are. So we're going to go a little quick first. Pew, use, fuse, cute, huge, few, fume, use, pew, mule, cue, cute, cube, mutes, fumes, few, fuse, fumes, cubes, huge, mutes, pew, cube, mules, mutes, cute, few, cue, use, huge, mute, use, cute, mutes, mules, use, huge, pews, mule, cube, cue, cute, use, few, mute, mule, fuse, cube, fuse, cube. Now I'm going to the bottom. I'm only going to do this time. I'm not going to do it next time. Human, menu, museum, music, unit, rescue, continue, argue, bugle, usual, value, bugle, regular, uniform, January, volume, humor, unusual, humid, curfew, unit, uniform, music, value, museum, January, human, regular, menu, continue, rescue, humor, unit, usual, bugle, menu, usual, January, rescue, argue, volume, music, human, continue, regular, value, argue, uniform, museum, and humid. Now I'm going back up to the top and I'm only going to go to the black line this time. This time I'm going to stop and then I'm going to say it. So you have to think of the word first. See if you can beat me. Okay? Here we go. Pew. Use. Fuse. Cute. Huge. Few. Fume. Use. Pew. Mule. Cue. Cute. Cube. Mutes. Fumes. Few. Fuse. Fumes. Cubes. Huge. Mutes. Pew. Cube. Mules. Mutes. Cute. Few. Cue. Use. Huge. Mute. Use. Cute. Mutes. Mules. Use. Huge. Pews. Mule. Cube. Cue. Cute. Use. Few. Mute. Mule. Fuse. Cube. Fuse. Cube. How'd you do? Did you beat me every time? I hope so.